Manila, capital and chief city of the Philippines. The city is the center of the country's economic, political, social and cultural activity. It is located on the island of Luzon and spreads along the eastern shore of Manila Bay at the mouth of the Pasig River. The city's name, originally Manilad, is derived from that of the nilad plant, a flowering shrub adapted to marshy conditions, which once grew profusely along the banks of the river. The name was shortened first to Manila, and then to its present form. In 1975, by presidential decree. Landscape city site Manila. Manila occupies the low, narrow deltaic plain of the Pasig River, which flows northwestward to Manila Bay. The swampy delta of the southward flowing Pampanga River lies to the north of the city. Immediately to the northeast and east of the urban region lies a stretch of lowlands, beyond which rise the peaks of the southern range of the Sierra Madre. Laguna Bay, the large lake from which the Pasig River flows, flanks metropolitan Manila to the southeast. Enclosing Manila Bay to the west is the mountainous Bataan Peninsula. Although the city's area is constricted, it is an excellent port site because of its sheltered harbor, its access to inland agricultural areas by way of the river, and its relative proximity to the Asian mainland. Climate. The city is protected from extreme weather conditions by the hills of the Sierra Madre and the mountains of the Bataan Peninsula. The tropical climate is characterized by a wet season that lasts from June to November and by a dry season lasting from December to May. The wettest months are July, August and September, when thunderstorms are especially common. The average annual rainfall totals about 80 inches, about 2,000 millimeters. There is little monthly variation from the mean annual temperature, which is in the low 80s F, about 27 degrees Celsius. Housing. The city has a chronic housing shortage, and tenement housing projects have been constructed by the government to help house the poor. A landmark, if ultimately unsuccessful, project undertaken from the mid-1970s to the mid-1980s was the Bagong Lipunan, Improvement of Sites and Services, BLISS, initiated by the Governor of Metropolitan Manila. To provide homes for squatters, the government also developed resettlement projects in and around Manila that are easily accessible by land motor transportation. Architecture. Architectural styles reflect American, Spanish, Chinese and Malay influences. Rizal Park and a number of government buildings were designed by U.S. architect and city planner Daniel H. Burnham. Modern buildings including multi-storied commercial houses and public and private buildings are commonly made of reinforced concrete and hollow cement blocks. Houses of modern design, especially low, sprawling ranch houses with spacious lawns, are common in the districts of Ermita and Malate. Spanish-style houses with tiled roofs, barred windows and thick walls were common before World War II and have remained popular. The churches of the city are American, Spanish, or European in character. People of Manila. Metropolitan Manila is densely populated and contains a significant proportion of the population of the country. This concentration of people has been brought about by a constant rural-urban migration. The strain on municipal services has had an adverse effect on the quality of life in the urban area. Consequently, various government policies and resettlement projects have been implemented in an effort to address the problem of population density. Almost all the residents of Manila are Filipinos. The largest single foreign community, representing less than 1/10 of the population, is made up of Chinese. Manufacturing. The diverse manufacturing activities of Manila include textile production, publishing and printing, food and tobacco processing, and chemical processing. Manila also produces lumber and wood items, rope and cordage, soap and other goods. Factories generally are small and are located mostly in the congested districts of Tondo, which also has the railroad and truck terminals, Binondo, and Santa Cruz. Heavy industries are located in the districts of Paco, Pandacan, and Santa Ana. Finance and other services. Manila is the center of trade and finance in the Philippines. Trade flourishes within the metropolitan area and between the city and the provinces and other countries. Most of the Philippines' imports and exports pass through the port of Manila. Financial institutions headquartered in Manila include such establishments as the Development Bank of the Philippines, the Philippine National Bank, the Philippine Veterans Bank, the Government Service Insurance System, the Social Security System, and many private commercial and developmental banks. Transportation. Within the area of metropolitan Manila, public transportation is provided principally by buses, jeepneys, small buses built on the chassis of jeeps, and taxis. Traffic congestion is serious, especially at the bridges during the morning and evening rush hours. Adjacent towns serve as dormitory suburbs and many people commute to the city, adding to the traffic problem. Authorities attempted to address this issue with a number coding scheme that restricted access to Metro Manila roads at peak times based on the last digit of a driver's license plate. Bus services operate routes to northern and southern Luzon. Administration and society. Metropolitan Manila is administered by the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, MMDA. Within the MMDA is an administrative council consisting of the mayors of each of the constituent cities and municipalities, as well as a number of other officials. The Sangguniang Bayan, Municipal Assembly, of each city or municipality, helps in administration and legislation. It is composed of the mayor, vice mayor, councillors, captains of barangays, neighborhoods, and representatives from other sectors who are appointed by the president upon recommendation of the local unit. Health and security. Health facilities in Manila are among the best in the region. The city government maintains numerous health centers as well as San Lazaro Hospital, where patients are treated free of charge, and subsidizes a number of government hospitals. There are also many missionary and private hospitals in the city. Police and fire services are well organized and well supplied, and personnel are comparatively well trained and well paid. The Police Community Relations Group helps to combat local crime, as do barangay brigades and barangay tanads, guards, throughout metropolitan Manila. Members of those groups are volunteers and selected leaders of the barangays, who aim to maintain peace and order in their communities. Education. Nearly all citizens over age 10 are literate. More than 100 free public schools are maintained, in addition to the night vocational and secondary schools and the Manila branch of the University of the Philippines. Educational opportunities are also provided for children with disabilities, orphans of school age, and adults. As the education center of the Philippines, Metropolitan Manila houses many of the major institutions of higher education of the country, including the University of the Philippines, with its main campus in Quezon City, the Philippine Normal University, and the Technological University of the Philippines. There are several universities sponsored by religious bodies, including the University of Santo Tomas, founded in 1611, and the Ateneo de Manila. Cultural life. The center of the performing arts in the country is the Philippine Cultural Center. There is also the Folk Arts Theater, facing Manila Bay, the renovated Historic Metropolitan Theater, and an open-air theater in Rizal Park. The many libraries and museums include the National Library and the National Museum, known for its anthropological and archaeological exhibits. The National Institute of Science and Technology, with a scientific reference library and large collections of plants and animals. The Geological Museum of the Bureau of Mines and Geosciences, the Planetarium. Fort Santiago, which houses original works of the Philippine patriot Jose Rizal. And the Kamaynilan Manila City Library and Museum, which contains valuable carvings, paintings, and archives. History of Manila. In the late 16th century, Manila was a walled Muslim settlement whose ruler levied customs duties on all commerce passing up the Pasig River. Spanish conquistadors under the leadership of Miguel López de Legazpi, first Spanish Governor-General of the Philippines, entered the mouth of the river in 1571. They destroyed the settlement and founded the fortress city of Intramuros in its place. Manila became the capital of the new colony. Outside the city walls stood some scattered villages, each ruled by a local chieftain, and each centered on a marketplace. As Spanish colonial rule became established, churches were built near the marketplaces, where the concentration of population was greatest. Manila spread beyond its walls, expanding north, east, and south, linking together the market church complexes as it did so. The propagation of Roman Catholicism began with the Augustinian friar Andres de Urdaneta, who accompanied the expedition of 1571. He was followed by Franciscan, Dominican, Jesuit, and other Augustinian priests, who founded churches, convents, and schools. In 1574, Manila was baptized under the authorization of Spain and the Vatican as the distinguished and ever-loyal city, and became the center of Catholicism as well as of the Philippines. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll be the first to know new videos. Your support means the world and helps us keep creating awesome content just for you.